One, two, three, audio testing. Today is May 13th, 2021. As you may know, the majority of the students are going pre-recorded. But for today, I have my dear student, Valentina, who is going to talk about the seven wonders of the world. After that, we will continue with Casas, and then Jasmine has confirmed that she's also going to be able to present today. So we basically have three students who are going to present. So let me welcome my dear Valentina. How are you today, Valentina?
Hi, teacher. Fine. Here, finishing my math homework. And
All
you?
right. Well, I just finished my other group, my other A4 elementary group class. So, well, my question is, I found this video, but if you have a special video or any other type of visual, such as a PowerPoint presentation, let me know. If not, I can play this video. It's going to be muted en silencio while you talk, mientras tú hablas, okay?
Okay, teacher.
So my video, or do you have another video or maybe a presentation?
I no have a video, teacher. Sorry.
No, no big deal. You don't have to do a video. It's just to make it more visually attractive, okay? But not big deal. So let's begin. Remember, introduction, development, and conclusion. Take your time, enjoy it, disfrútalo. So let's go.
Okay, teacher. Well, I'm going to talk about the seven wonders of the modern world. Um, the seven wonders of the world is Petra. Petra is the first of the seven new wonders of the modern world. This Jordanian city originally known as Roma is famous for its rock-cut architecture as well as its advanced water conduit system. The second of the seven new wonders of the modern world is Taj Mahal. The city of Agra in the Uttar Pradesh state of India is home to the second of the monuments designed as the seven wonders of the modern world, also declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. Taj Mahal funerary constructions built in the 17th century, commissioned by Emperor Shah Jahan in honor of his favorite wife, Mumtaz Mahal. In fact, the tomb is the centerpiece of a 42-acre complex that includes a mosque and guest house in addition to the gardens. The third of the seven wonders of the modern world is Machu Picchu. From the 15th century, it is the Inca city of Machu Picchu in the Cusco region in Peru, which archaeologists relate to a farm designed to house the Inca Emperor Pachacuti. Has three main structures: the Intihuatana, the Temple del Sol, and the Sala de las Tres Ventanas, and various outlying buildings, most of which have been rebuilt to give tourists a better idea of what the original citadel was like. And the four seven words of the modern Chichen Itza is also it's one of the main archaeological cities of the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, that original shape of Mayan city of the pre-Columbian dominated by the temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, the name with which it was baptized the Spanish conquerors. This construction served as temple for the good Kukulkan and consists of a pyramid with a series of square terraces with stairs that go up from each of the four sides to the top. The fifth of the seven wonders is El Coliseo. Is in Roma. It is the most famous and recognizable construction. The Flavian amphitheater or Coliseum. This building, the largest ever built in its story. The sixth of the seven wonders is Muralla China, Great Wall of China. The series of stone, bright wood, and remade earth fortification that ran along the historic borders of northern China, built between the 5th century BC, served as protection for the China's empire in the historic northern border of the country. The seven wonders of the modern world is Christ Redentor, Rio de Janeiro. The sculpture of Christ Remainder in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. It is a 30 meters high statue with an Art Deco design that crowns the Corcovado mountain, representing the body of Jesus of Nazareth. This work, inaugurated in 1931, was the result of the work of the hands of the Polish-French sculptor Paul Landowski and the Brazilian engineering Heitor da Silva Costa, who also had the collaboration of the French Albert Kikude and the Roman artist Gregor Leonida. The latter became responsible of the face of Christ. That will be all, teacher.
All right, my dear Valentina, before I forget my annotations here, words that begin with H in English, the H is not silent like in Spanish, so heritage, heritage. And then there was another word, largest, largest, okay? So those are the only two recommendations or mistakes that I detected. Other than that, let me ask you about two questions. If you have the opportunity to choose to visit one of these 7 wonders of the world, which one would it be and why?
Repeat, teacher, please.
If you had the opportunity to visit one of the 7 wonder worlds, which one would you choose to visit?
I would like to know Taj Mahal.
Uh-huh. Why is that? Can you give me one or two reasons?
It catch my attention.
Uh-huh. Okay, and why did you choose this topic?
La próxima semana.
No, for in this occasion, why did you choose this topic? ¿Por qué elegiste este tema? I think your microphone is off.
Oh, sorry, teacher. I'd like to know more about the things of the world.
All right, so I am guessing that you are, well, here in Mexico, we call it mochilazo people who love to travel around the world. Do you consider yourself as one of these type of people?
I would like to meet the world, lugares del mundo. Me gustaría conocer los lugares del mundo.
All right, so I have a homework, which is I will share a link about a YouTuber who loves to travel around the world. And this is really important because when you discover a culture, you can understand the language a little bit more. Okay, my dear Valentina. So thank you very much. I hope to see you tomorrow for our conclusion of Unit 2 Pearson Platform. Thank you very much, Valentina.
Okay, teacher. Bye. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Good evening, Mr. Zulueta.
Hi, hello, good evening, my dear Casas. Welcome to today's class. Today is May 13th. As you may know, today we are going to present about a topic. So, do you have a presentation or do you want me to search for a quick YouTube video? That way I can play it when you are talking.
Yeah, currently I have one. So I work doing a presentation like a video. So I can do that.
All right. Do you want me to make you a co-host or do you want to send the link?
Please make me to co-host.
All right. 1 second.
Okay.
So what is your topic about?
About volunteers.
Volunteers?
Volunteers, sorry. Yes.
All right. Were you the one who came up with the correct pronunciation yesterday of the word succeeded?
Yeah. I was working in the succeed. Yes. Well, I'm trying to be better, in fact.
All right. Guess what? You were correct. I mean, after the class, I was like, maybe she was right. I don't know why I said success. But then I searched, and as you already know, I share it on the WhatsApp group. So thank you very much. You were correct.
Thanks, teacher, Mr. Zulueta. Currently, I couldn't share my screen.
Yes, give me another second. I am trying to make you my co-host. It's just that menu, the Zoom menu bar is kind of slow. So
Yeah,
yes,
perhaps the not networking.
yes, I don't know what's going on. So here you go.
Yeah, now I'm the host. Okay, I'm gonna share it. So could you tell me if you can see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Great. So the topic that I'm going to talk about today is why should we do volunteers? Should be currently volunteers. And before to talk about this topic, I would like to mention that I don't know why it's not charging as I do. Well, anyway, um, the topic that I want to talk about is like volunteering in organizations that promote human rights, gender equality, or try to give some a solution of the environmental problems like global warming or climate crisis and those type of things, and not too much like a voluntary to trip like travel and those type of things. And um, before to start to talking about this topic, I would like to introduce a little bit about myself. Well, currently, I consider that I'm ecologist. I work on that aspect because I feel that it's so important to care and feel worry about the climate crisis and the environment, because it's important for every woman, every people who lives in the earth. So about me specifically, I'm 20 years old. Currently, I got that age on February, so I'm not too older. And well, I started mention that I'm ecologist because I think that is it's an important point of my personality, and I started to be ecologist when I was around 19 years old. And I think that, as I mentioned, it's so important for everyone think about it. So when I was young, like a little bit child or teenager, I work in that aspect. So, for example, in my country, by the way, I'm from Bolivia. There are at that time, I talking about 20 years ago. It was so common play with water, for example, in carnival festivals, or even like here in my city. And there are holidays called like San Juan. It's a tradition burn that day. Well, currently with the policy public for the government is not viable to do that now, nowadays. Well, about my degrees, I study accounting and business administration because I think that if we change the way that the people do business, can change the way that we contaminate, we work with the climate crisis, with the pollution on the air and those type of things. So that's why I think that's important, the way that we manage the business. So on the companies. Also, I belonged to the scientific society when I was studied at the university. And after that, I do many postgrades about the business area, and the last year I got my master in policy public maker, and I saw the important power that the government has to solve many problems on the society. But it's important too that the people care about the behavior of the population is so important because it can change the way that the problems function. So we can solve many problems if just the people change their behaviors. So the second step that I want to talk is how to contribute to society by volunteering. And by the way, in on 2020, I mean the last year, I be part of many organization from managed for young people from Argentina, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and other countries more. And we work doing some programs in projects to give some solution of the waste of water, for example, or the gender equality and other problems that the society has. So, in fact, I think that it's important to do volunteers because in this scenario, we generate innovation. But how we generate innovation is just when we do some interaction with other one, and that's why generate new ideas, generate new plans, and I think that is most easily work in a team if we do the things in a single way. It's hardest if we do a single way. So that's why I think that if we do some interaction in this type of organization, we can do some campaigns, programs, projects, research, and other things more. And the most important point, I think, that is that we can awareness of social and environment issues to to develop a better world for everyone. So I would like to finish this presentation, this short presentation, saying that the young people is the future of the for every country. By the way, we are the most important capital for every country, so we can do um, everything that we want just if we work in that. So I finished with that. I'm anxious to listen your feedback and correct my mistakes.
Hey, don't worry about it. I know this is your first and you will develop different skills throughout this course. So before I forget them, just a few mistakes. They are minor mistakes, so don't worry about it. The main idea is to transmit your message, okay? So you were proficient doing that, so no worries. Maybe instead of saying every people, we can change it to every person, okay?
Okay.
Whenever you want to refer as last year, we don't need to say the last year. We can say it only last year, people, blah, 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 okay? Another countries, we can change another into other countries. That sounds better.
Color. Okay.
And I know that you know how to differentiate comparatives and superlatives. So it's easier, harder, okay? And then that should be all. Only one or two questions about your presentation. Here I am looking at a hashtag. Is this the group, the project that you are in?
Currently, no. Is a paragraph that I researched when I was doing my master. I wrote some books from a winner of the Nobel about economy and behavior, and that paragraph impacts of my life and broke some paradigms that I have. So yeah, I think it's so important the interaction of the into human. How I can say it, interaction with the humans between humans or human interaction. That's all.
Yes, and well, I appreciate you gaining the sufficient courage um, to try to spread this information, especially because sometimes people do not understand. They don't want to follow these simple rules. Even myself, or even at one's house, we sometimes may have family members who uh, do the opposite things on purpose. Sometimes we can feel it that way, that
Yeah.
they do not turn off the light, or that they use too much water. So, how in your case, if you have gone through these cases, how do you deal with these type of family members, or these type of people?
By the way, it was hard because it consists in change the behavior. By the way, when I was around 9, 10 years old, when I was teenager, I started to be more conscient of the environmental crisis. So in fact, I decided to don't play with water in Carnival, to don't burn on San Juan. So my family used to think, or used to say, why, Glory, you are not playing with us? Why you are not joining to burn? And I used to explain why it's so important care in the earth, and why it's important don't burn, because the that dioxide of carbon is produce pollution and those type of things. So after 1 or 2 years, then of that I changed my behavior, my family didn't play with water. My family didn't didn't burn, by the way. So yeah, my environment changed completely. Even my friends, even my neighbors. So it was a reaction chain, I think.
All right, Casas. So it was difficult, but not impossible. With that being said, my dear Casas, I would like to thank you for being present and coming up with an interesting topic. I hope, well, I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much, Casas.
Thank you, Mr.